There are some engines out there that seem almost unbreakable. No matter how badly they're treated, they just keep running. Mechanics hate them because they rarely break down, and owners love them because they can last 500,000 miles or more. Imagine driving a car for decades without ever worrying about replacing the engine. Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, these legendary power plants exist, and today we're going to explore the engines that have earned a reputation for being practically immortal. But before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you love cars that last forever. Also, I want to know from you, which car or truck are you driving right now, and what kind of problems are you facing with it? Drop your answer in the comments below, because your experience might help other viewers who are dealing with similar issues. When we say an engine lasts forever, we're not just talking about reaching 100,000 miles without major repairs. We're talking about engines that can hit 300,000, 500,000, or even 1,000,000 miles with nothing more than basic maintenance. The secret behind these indestructible engines comes down to three key factors: over-engineering, simplicity, and quality materials. Manufacturers once built engines with components that were much stronger than they needed to be, used fewer complex systems, and invested in premium metals and precise machining. Let's start with one of the most famous engines ever built, the Toyota 2JZ GTE. This turbocharged inline-six became legendary, not just for its reliability, but for its incredible ability to handle massive amounts of power. Originally producing around 280 horsepower in the Toyota Supra, the 2JZ has been known to handle over 1,000 horsepower with modifications. What makes this engine so special is its cast-iron block and incredibly strong internals. The cylinder walls are thick, the crankshaft is forged steel, and every component was built to withstand far more stress than Toyota ever intended. Taxi drivers in countries where the Supra was used as a cab reported engines running smoothly well past 400,000 miles. Moving from sports cars to work trucks, we encounter another Toyota legend, the 22R and 22RE engines. These simple four-cylinder engines powered Toyota pickups and 4Runners for decades, earning a reputation that mechanics still talk about today. The 22R family was designed with one goal: reliability under any conditions. What made it so special was its incredibly simple design, featuring a cast-iron block, basic fuel system, and minimal electronics. There were no complex variable valve timing systems, no turbochargers to fail, and no intricate emission controls to malfunction. Many 22R engines are still running today with over 300,000 miles, and some have crossed the 500,000-mile mark with nothing more than regular oil changes. Honda's contribution comes in the form of the K-Series engines. These four-cylinder power plants feature Honda's legendary VTEC system but maintain remarkable reliability. The secret lies in Honda's obsessive attention to engineering detail. Every component was designed with long-term durability in mind, from precisely machined engine blocks to tight-tolerance pistons and connecting rods. The oil circulation system ensures proper lubrication even under extreme conditions. Mechanics regularly report seeing K-Series engines with 250,000 to 300,000 miles that still run like new, with strong compression and smooth idle. When discussing American engines that refuse to die, the Ford 300 inline-six immediately comes to mind. Used in Ford trucks from the 1960s through the 1990s, this massive six-cylinder engine earned a reputation as one of the most indestructible engines ever built. Designed for commercial use where reliability trumped fuel economy, the 300 powered delivery trucks and fleet vehicles that needed to run day after day without fail. The engine's durability comes from its massively overbuilt construction, with thick cylinder walls and a design that can handle enormous stress. The long-stroke design means low RPMs for good torque, reducing wear on internal components. Diesel engines have always had a reputation for longevity, but the Mercedes-Benz OM6117 stands apart. This five-cylinder diesel powered Mercedes sedans from the late 1970s through the 1980s, quickly becoming famous for accumulating massive mileage totals. The most famous example is a 1976 Mercedes 300D that accumulated over 1.4 million miles on its original engine, with nothing more than regular maintenance. What made the OM6117 special was its indirect injection system and incredibly robust construction, featuring high-quality cast-iron blocks and conservative design that prioritized longevity over maximum power output. The Chevrolet small block V8, introduced in 1955, powered millions of vehicles over several decades. This engine family earned legendary status through its perfect balance of power, simplicity, and durability. Built during an era when American manufacturers prioritized durability, these engines featured thick, strong blocks and overbuilt internal components. The straightforward design meant even amateur mechanics could work on them. Many mechanics tell stories of small block engines that continued running after losing oil pressure, surviving cracked blocks, and enduring repeated overheating that would kill most engines. The Cummins 6BT inline-six diesel powered Dodge Ram trucks from 1989 through 2007, quickly earning reputation as one of the most durable engines ever installed in a pickup truck. Originally designed for commercial and industrial applications, the 6BT features a cast-iron block that's incredibly thick and strong, simple fuel injection, and massively overbuilt internal components. Mechanics regularly see 6BT engines with 400,000 to 600,000 miles still running strong, many having never been opened for major repairs beyond regular maintenance. So why do mechanics struggle to kill these legendary engines? These power plants were built with generous safety margins during an era when manufacturers competed on durability rather than initial cost. They avoided complexity in favor of simplicity and strength, with fewer weak points to fail and robust construction throughout. Unlike modern engines with turbochargers, variable valve timing, and complex emissions systems, these engines featured straightforward designs that could handle abuse and neglect while continuing to run. The maintenance habits that keep these engines running forever are surprisingly basic. Regular oil changes every 3,000 to 5,000 miles are absolutely critical, as these engines were designed around this maintenance schedule. Cooling system maintenance prevents overheating, one of the few things that can actually damage these tough engines. Using quality fuel and oil while avoiding cheap substitutes, plus allowing proper warm-up time, contributes significantly to their legendary durability. Most importantly, these engines benefit from regular use rather than sitting unused for extended periods. When we compare these vintage power plants to modern engines, we see a clear trade-off. Today's engines are more powerful, fuel-efficient, and cleaner, incorporating advanced technologies unimaginable decades ago. However, this sophistication comes at a cost in long-term durability and maintenance simplicity. Modern engines often require synthetic oils, premium fuels, and sophisticated diagnostic equipment. When something goes wrong, repairs can be extremely expensive and complex, while legendary engines can often be repaired with basic tools and inexpensive parts. Engines like these prove that when manufacturers focus on durability instead of cutting costs, cars can outlive their owners. They remind us of a time when reliability was more important than flashy features, and when engineers built engines to last decades rather than just past warranty periods. Even today, these engines are legends for a reason. They just don't die. So, which of these engines do you trust the most? Have you personally experienced the legendary reliability of these power plants? Or did I miss an engine that deserves to be on this list? Let me know in the comments. because your experience might help other drivers choose their next vehicle. And together, we can keep the stories of these automotive legends alive.